Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say? The reason Kazuichi was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Oh fuck, das war falsch. Such meager hope. There's no way I can let you win.
Crap!
Damn, looks like I screwed up. You need to think about this again.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? Allow me to cut through those words! Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot? Huh? What are you talking about? There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door.
Stimmt.
So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out. I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you? Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So, you're telling me to call out the real killer? Even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stuff to move in the dark, and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is... you and only you.
You're the only one! Teru. Could it be you? Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel. Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset. Call me chef. If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts? The future of the culinary arts? That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square. You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you interfering? Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed. That's right. What do you think about that? There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark. What was that mark? The knife!
I can prove it with this! The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
Ich bin gleich wieder da. So, da ist er wieder.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
Danke.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all. Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Dieser Typ, ne?
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
Genau das Gegenstück zu Kyoko im ersten Teil, die uns immer geholfen hat. Er stellt uns immer Steine in den Weg.
If Teru is the killer, That would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
Nicht unbedingt. Nicht unbedingt heißt
That's
das.
right! That's exactly it!
Nee.
Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
Das heißt es nicht unbedingt.
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
Das heißt es nicht. Das heißt es nicht aufgrund der Begebenheiten des Raumes, mein
No,
Freund.
that's not it.
Aufgrund der Begebenheiten des Raumes
Why?
stimmt das nicht.
Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you. I just...
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Ich habe da schon so eine Vermutung, worauf das hinausläuft.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
Ja, das mag ja sein.
It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something?
Nein.
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Ja, ist in Ordnung.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be
Stopp! Das stimmt
I'll
nicht.
shoot through that contradiction.
Das stimmt so nicht.
Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall. Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
Ooh, I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
Huh?
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right.
You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
I don't believe it.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
I probably can.
Oh, you again.
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. Stimmt. Vielleicht hat er das müsste er ja mitbekommen haben hier, ne?
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what?
Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
Shit, wir haben nicht darauf geachtet, ob der Pimp hingucken darf.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so. Nagito, say something.
I guess you might have to give up now.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
I don't believe it.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
No murder weapon hadn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
You understand him?
I don't believe it.
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, if you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Ne, das wissen wir ja.
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Wir wissen's doch.
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all. Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Ja gut, ich mache das ja auf Englisch deswegen, damit ich nicht so viel vorlesen muss. Ne?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of around 50 centimeter and at least 50 millimeters and at least 50 centimeters in length. The weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Huh? What's that? Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Yay! Ich weiß, was es ist. Ich weiß, was es ist. Gib mir doch wenigstens Zeit für jeden, den ich kaputt mache. Ah, das ist ein O, das brauche ich. Jetzt brauche ich ein N. Kein K. Kein E. Kein K. Noch kein W. Noch kein E. Ein N. Genau das brauche ich. Danke. Jetzt bitte ein S. Ah, das sieht doch gut aus. Jetzt bitte ein K. Nein, kein O. Kein W. Kein N. Immer noch kein N. Auch kein O. Wieder kein N. Danke. Jetzt ein E bitte. Nö, das will ich gar nicht. Ich will doch nur Iron Skewer schreiben. W. Nicht K. W. Nicht O. Das W. Spieß. Endlich.
I got it!
Mando. Mando.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
Ah, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Skater Boy?
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Oh! 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 Whoa!
Finally, we are nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields, and simply will not listen to what we have to say. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where to beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time panic talk action. Panic talk action, shortened P to PTA. During PTA you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields, so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with a tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you will be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you will be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, if you release the left mouse button in time with the tempo marker, it will intercept the locked on remark and destroy it. By destroying remarks, you will be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you will be getting hurt. During PTA you can press the escape key, but for this PTA just focus on pressing the left mouse button. Please wait for another time for the other features. Ah ja! Okay. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find the tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will later the timing for each button, please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give you their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom left and right sides of the screen. Each of these 4 words corresponds to the W key, S key, A key and D key. If you press the buttons in the right order, you will be able to compose the words of your final strike. Okay. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, your opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Oh! 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 Whoa! What the hell you was saying, you super cutter, hey?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
Oh my god. If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started. Which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Oh ja, ich weiß wo. It could have been in an unexpected place. Where would that be? Where did he hide the long weapon, like an iron skewer? Ich sehe eine Sache, wo es mir offensichtlich ist. Think carefully.
I'm not hiding that thing!
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I don't believe it.
I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
I must reveal to Teru the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Okay.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Unforgivable! Where would the weapon be?
Wo ist es? A. S. Ja, toll!
Where would the weapon be?
On the meat. Ach, meat on the bone. Ups, Entschuldigung.
Paris Hilton! Ah! Shut up! That's impossible! Where would the
Meat
weapon
on
be?
the bone.
This
So
is the
was.
end!
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
Seems there are no dangerous items like that skewer in the churrasco earlier. Inside that pile of food, that appears to be the case. Phew, I wouldn't have known that what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones are also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here.
We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Aui in gefährlich.
Wait, hold on a second. Time out, time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Wie soll sie es denn machen? Ne?
Huh? Where did Monokuma go? I'm right here!
I'm already eating it.
Ah, a bear that eats meat!
Wait. Now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Nom. Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life!
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Isn't that...
Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Sauber, Chiaki.
You're nothing but a bunch of poor loudmouth bad move eating hicks!
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Never should have waited about cooking on your grate!
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first...
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Teru Teru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this, no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Ich glaube, your chest is throbbing. Naja. Every case has one less feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you will give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case of the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps in there, here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic, using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, if you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. I'm pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps, but once we fill some in, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there is a certain trick. If you move the reticle on the gaps of each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. This type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in that gap. Also, if you move the reticle onto a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. The hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together these two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, wir müssen also wieder alles aufbauen. So. Okay, Stock 1. Ich weiß nicht. Everyone in the party is... Hä? Kriege ich noch weitere Informationen oder so? Ach so, ich muss erst das erste Set ausfüllen. Okay. Okay. Ich muss erst das erste Set ausfüllen. Ja, ich habe verschiedene Sets, das merke ich schon. Das ist ziemlich blöd. Das stimmt schon mal. Okay. Das ist ja total blöd gemacht diesmal. Das ist ja diesmal total blöd gemacht. At the office room when the blackout occurred. The moment it got dark, Byakuya. Who did Byakuya see? What did the killer obtain this in the storage room? What did the killer do after the exploded in the dark hole? Das ist doch total scheiße diesmal gemacht. Das ist total blöd gemacht, Entschuldigung. Ah ja, jetzt krieg ich ein weiteres Stock, okay. Das hat er daher. So. Das ist ein bisschen doof gemacht, muss ich sagen. Entschuldigung, aber... fand ich das im ersten Teil besser gelöst. Heißt jetzt nicht, dass das schlecht ist, aber... Er ist doch total doof. Okay. So, letzter Stock. Das muss dahin, denke ich mal. Das muss dahin.
Here's everything that
So,
happened
und
in
jetzt
this
wird der Fall
case.
erklärt.
Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness.
Okay, ich glaube, ich verstehe jetzt dadurch, dass was ich da
But
sehe,
when that
wie das
happened,
nächste Mal zu machen ist.
Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito.
Warum ist das Spiel jetzt ausgegangen? Danke.
While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it.
Ja, das Element, das neue abschließende Element, was aber nicht so toll ist wie das alte. Das hast du verpasst.
With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
Aber die ist leider nicht mehr so gut wie vorher.
With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
B-Ranking. Naja. Was will man machen? Die letzten beiden Dinger waren halt ein bisschen unglücklich, ne? Ach, da kann man das doch immer nachgucken. Dann würde ich mal gerne wissen, was war's hier? Ach ja, da war der Misstep, ja, beim Schneiden. Mhm. Hier waren auch die Missteps. Und hier war es die Zeit. Das heißt, man muss also wirklich vorspulen, damit das funktioniert, wa? Obwohl, das war ja immer noch A-Ranking, ne? Dann hat das mir das Genick gebrochen mit den beiden Fehlschnitten hier.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier.
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Und wie ihr auch heute seht, mache ich heute ein bisschen länger, nachdem das ja gestern eben halt so blöd war. Ach ja, stimmt.
Correct. Yahoo!
That's right. This time the black and responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Hanamura.
No.
Moin Eto. Are you serious? Out of all these people, are you saying a Ponce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But... Why? Why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall, and when I peeked over there, I saw him. I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty, putting the knife under the table. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. And I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus he was grinning. Just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he... You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught?
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Huh? Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here, so that's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all of the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right, in the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why. I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, you will become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness, and in order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hopes shine, and it's as simple as that. That's right, I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
Are you kidding? Don't tell me you're actually serious.
Man.
So you don't understand? That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright that this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
No way!
There's something wrong with you. Really? Do you really think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me?
Hey.
But isn't that what love is? Nagito, what is the meaning of this? Explain it to me. I don't understand anything about the story at all.
See?
You see? If you have a favorite boxer, don't you want to fight him against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that.
What?
Huh? Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, no? For me, humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status onto an even higher level.
Amazing!
It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great!
There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation so that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it. You're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I don't understand it at all. Are you saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as killing for fun, as someone killing for fun, but I guess it'd look the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Is that why you didn't mind when Teru discovered your plan?
That's wrong.
Or perhaps that was intentional too. Huh?
So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing. Plus, it'd be better for him to if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Teru? You expected to pique Teru's curiosity, and you looked forward to the mystery becoming more complex. Well, you're basically right. It's true. I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I just casually mentioned, oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get too close to it.
Hey!
This dude, he's seriously he's seriously batshit crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know?
However...
But why? Why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skewer there. But why is Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. And then in place of Nagito?
Nope.
No, I don't think that's it. Huh?
Perhaps...
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What did you say?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
That much I promise. Could it be? In order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. And that someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito? Even though he was trying to take the knife? I see. Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet...
Such despair.
I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. What? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this despair.
No way.
Could it be... You know Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail?
Someone like me?
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. So that's why I decided to help Teru. Why? Why? Well, because Teru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru. What do you mean, confirm? Just stop it already.
Well...
Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I also emphasized with Teru. Empathized. After all, he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I left him in that confused state, his trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words. To him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru?
Man.
In the end, my help just wasn't enough, and this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You will not die in vain.
Great!
You will become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else, so their hopes can grow even more powerful.
Impossible!
The sacrifice?
Shut up! Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey.
Hey, is it really okay for us to just leave this crazy